I was 20 years old, standing on the precipice of my dreams. I'd poured my heart and soul into my studies and finally got that acceptance letter to a competitive university, the place that was supposed to launch my future. And why shouldn't I be confident? My parents, for as long as I could remember, had proudly declared, "Don't worry about college, son. Your trust fund is waiting for you." It was their favorite line at family gatherings. For me, that fund wasn't just money. It was a promise, a tangible symbol of their support, a safety net that allowed me to focus on my studies, not debt. I'd planned everything meticulously, down to the last textbook, knowing my tuition was covered. As summer drew to a close and the first tuition payment loomed, I approached my parents. "Mom, Dad," I said, "I need the details for the college fund. First payment's due soon." And that's when the first crack appeared in their perfect facade. My parents, usually so jovial, became suddenly evasive. "Oh, there's a slight delay," my mother murmured. "Some paperwork issues," my father added, avoiding my eye. "It's all being sorted." But a gut feeling, that cold knot in my stomach, told me something was terribly wrong. This wasn't just a delay. This was a dodge. I knew their tells, the way my mom fidgeted, the way my dad suddenly found the floor immensely interesting. I didn't panic, but I started digging. Then one afternoon, while looking for an old tax document for them, I stumbled upon it. A stack of old bank statements tucked away in the back of a drawer. I found it. The statement for my college fund. My name was clearly on it. And there, stark and unforgiving, was the truth. 5 years ago, a single, massive withdrawal. The account was zeroed out, gone, emptied. Before I tell you what they spent it on and how I decided to fight back, take a second. If you're hooked on this story and you love tales of high-stakes justice and ultimate gambits, please like this video and subscribe to Life's Final Gambit right now. Your support helps us bring more shocking stories like mine to light. Okay, 5 years ago. I racked my brain. What happened 5 years ago? Then it clicked. The once-in-a-lifetime European vacation. The extravagant 2 weeks they'd spent touring ancient ruins, dining in Michelin-starred restaurants. The money didn't just vanish. It was spent on their luxury. The blood drained from my face. Betrayal. A cold, hard, sickening wave of it washed over me. I simply waited. Waited until dinner, when we were all seated at the table, just like any other night. "Mom, Dad," I began, my voice eerily calm, "I found the bank statements for my college fund." My parents froze. Their smiles evaporated. My mother gasped, covering her mouth. My father went pale. "It was zeroed out 5 years ago, the exact day you left for Europe." The silence that followed was deafening. Then the excuses came, a torrent of them. "It was an emergency trip, Alex. We were so stressed. That money was ours anyway, son. We raised you. You owe us for the last 18 years. You can just take out loans. Everyone does." Then came the emotional blackmail. My mother began to cry, accusing me of being ungrateful, greedy. My father threatened to cut me off emotionally if I didn't drop this nonsense. They spun a web of blame, trying to ensnare me in guilt, to make me the villain. But I, for the first time in my life, saw them for who they truly were. Selfish, deceitful. This wasn't just money. This was my future. This was a betrayal of the deepest trust. I took a deep breath. My voice, though still calm, was now laced with an icy resolve. "I need that money for college," I told them. "The exact amount that was in that fund, plus interest for the last 5 years, to cover the current tuition costs. You have 30 days to pay it back." My parents stared, stunned. "30 days?" my mother whimpered. "Where are we supposed to get that kind of money?" I looked them dead in the eye. "That's your problem to solve. If I don't see the full amount in my account by the end of those 30 days, I will be initiating legal action for fraud and breach of fiduciary duty." I paused, letting the words hang in the air. "And I will inform every single family member, every one of your friends, exactly why I'm doing it." This was it, my final gambit. I had laid my cards on the table. I was facing down my own parents, risking the complete dissolution of my family, all for the future they stole from me. The ball was now in their court. Would they scramble to find the money, perhaps selling the very luxuries that fund had bought them? Or would they dig in their heels, forcing me to follow through on my unthinkable threat? What would you have done in my situation? Was I the asshole for demanding every penny, even if it meant destroying my relationship with my parents? Or was this a justified final gambit to reclaim my stolen future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Join us next time for another tale of ultimate stakes and defining choices on life's final gambit.